Come on, Boot. Come on, Boot. Be good to me. All right, today I'm representing APT. Yeah, you know me. So something that I like to use is one of these. A poncho. Right, this is a military style poncho. And what am I doing today? It's the Blackstairs Mountain. The Blackstairs Mountains. All right. There we go. Straight up there. Straight up, straight down today. There's going to be no messing. There's going to be no talking. On the way up, I'm just going to get to the top and turn it on and say yo, and then I'm going to come back down. Because tonight, it's going to get really cold tonight, and I'm going to camp somewhere. I'm going to camp in the Wicklow Mountains because I hope to do another hike in the morning. But I haven't decided what hike I'm going to do yet. I brought my Irish Peaks book and I'm going to look at that tonight as I sit in my tent or under a tarp. Hopefully the weather will be nice, and I'll decide then what walk I'm going to do tomorrow. But for now, see you at the top. Boom! I did just say I wasn't going to turn it back on till I was at the top, but I just wanted to do a bit of housekeeping. My car is very near here, which is the start of the trail. I'll put a pin drop to where I parked my car so you can follow that in terms of this being a guide. And I will also have a route from the Outdoor Active app that I'll also put in the description for this walk. Other than that, man, it's just bleak. Yeah, so I don't know what that mountain's called, but on the other side of that is Mount Leinster, and there's the Blackstairs Mountains. Can't see any of it. This is it. We'll take the bad because it makes the good ones worthwhile, as was 2 days ago one, the not going one. So that's it. See you at the top. It's all about the poncho life, baby. Very wet now and windy. I'm nearly at the top. So before I do that, I wanted to show the path. So this is it. There you go, very clear. There you go. Very clear path. And that'll take you all the way to the top. Let me just turn around because of the wind. So that'll take you all the way to the top. Yeah. I'm going to say again, I'll turn it on at the top and I'll explain my route and what I think you should do if you're following my route. Alright, so for the third time, see you at the top. Oh. Well, if you're Irish, come into the parlour. There's a welcome. Right, I'm going to say this before we get too steamy windows. I put up my little shelter because I want to have a bit of lunch at the top. The weather might be atrocious, but that doesn't mean I can't have lunch in calmer surroundings. The wind is blowing really, really strong. The forecast kind of left me down a bit, but as I've said on numerous videos, if you're prepared, shouldn't have a problem. I got a little bit wet, even though poncho life for life. I did get a little bit wet because it's kind of that rain that gets in everywhere. Sideways, up, down, other side, inside out rain. It gets everywhere. So just a quick, I can't show how I put up this shelter because it's too windy for my camera. I tried it and the camera blew over. So it's a two-person shelter. On that side of it, I've got my bag standing up straight. So that's keeping it there. Obviously I'm at this end. And I'll show you that there. There's my bag. And I've got a little window which is steaming up. The window is steaming up already. And I've got this air pocket here. A little vent. So that's an air vent. And you'd use this shelter if it's an emergency shelter that I keep in my bag. And is having lunch an emergency? You know what? Sometimes it is. So this thing is really good. I'll insert a little clip there of me putting it up, maybe up my back garden or somewhere where it's calm, so you can just see the kind of thrust of it. So I'm going to have lunch. I'm at the top. Insert photograph of me at the top here. Boink. And I'm going to run back down. So I just wanted to say something about my route before I have my lunch. And that is that I didn't follow a route to come up here. There is a really clearly defined path, a well-worn path the whole way up. But I couldn't find that path at the start. So if you follow my route at the start of it, it's on the Outdoor Active route there. It's going to be in the description. If you follow my route from the start, it's going to be a little bit higgledy-piggledy. And then I found the path. And then it's straight up to the top. So if you want to find that path directly and not waste any time, maybe start my route in reverse order. Because when I go back down, I'm going to go back down directly down that path. So you'll be able to find that path a lot more easily than me. Oh, the weather cleared up, didn't it? The weather cleared up. So the forecast may not have been wrong after all. The wind has died down significantly. The rain, as I was getting out my camera, it was still raining, and now it looks like it's stopped. So we can have a little look around. And I'm going to put this mountain in the category of come back on another day when it's nice and sunny, because I think this will be an absolute gem of a mountain. So look, we are looking out there over the beautiful green fields of County Carlow, or maybe Kilkenny, I don't know. I don't know, because I don't look at the direction. I'll have to check the direction and then say it. Alright, so just in front here, this hump right here is something I have to go over and back down. That next mountain that you can see there, or hill, whatever you want to call it, that's called Knockrow. And then the one behind Knockrow with the TV mast, or the communication mast on the top of it, just inside the clouds. Can you see that? That's Mount Leinster. Mount Leinster is on the 100 highest list, but I've done that before. I don't have any video of it. I did that when I did the highest counties in Ireland thingamajig. I think it's the highest in Kilkenny and Carlow. I think that's what that is. I'm hoping to correction now, because there's a couple of counties around there. I'm just trying to think. I think that's it. And then up here, there's Blackstairs Mountain. There's the Blackstairs Mountain. I do like to put them in a category, because there's loads of videos of loads of mountains and no one ever says how easy or hard they are. This will test your fitness if you're not fit. In terms of navigation, it is so simple to follow this track. Once you find the track from the start, it takes you from the bottom all the way to the top. Definitely a novice or a beginner would enjoy this. The views, now that the cloud has kind of gone away, I've had clouds since the very start. Now that the cloud and the whiteout conditions have disappeared, this is gorgeous, man. I just wish I was back up at the top with this view now. C'est la vie. Definitely gonna I recommend every walk I do, but I'm gonna have to start giving them star ratings or something. I don't know what I'd give this. If I came back and did it on a sunny day, it would get a high star rating, that's for sure, because the views even at this elevation are amazing. And higher up they'll be better again. So that's it. Now I will be clicking it back on at the car, because there's not going to be anything of any significance the rest of the way. Alright, poncho life for life. A bit windy for the poncho today now, but come here, I didn't choose the poncho life. The poncho life did the choosing of me for itself. For life. My happy place, surrounded by streams, woods and mountains. So I've come to this woods in the Wicklow Mountains. Haven't done that walk. According to my technologies, it doesn't add up for me, but it said I did, the walk took me 3.5 hours, with a moving time of 2 hours. So I'm trying to tot up where I lost that hour and a half. I know I sat on the top for a good 40 minutes, resting and enjoying my little shelter thing. Maybe I just started the tracking thing 10 or 15 minutes before I actually set out, by the time I put on all that rain gear. And maybe I stopped it another 10 minutes after actually finishing. I don't know where that hour and 30 went, but yeah, technology. We're equally cursed and blessed. So look, this is where I am. Ballinafunshogue. I've got this woods here. Across the way is the car park for the waterfall. And I'm in a great spot. I've got my tent here. It's one Tigris iron wall. It's a stove tent, which means it has stove jack for a stove. I have brought my stove because it's supposed to get quite cold tonight. Mightn't even use it, but I'm going to set it up. It's better to be looking at it than to be looking for it. So this place, the Wicklow Way, comes right through these mountains, and Wicklow being in such close proximity to Dublin, you get a lot of weekend campers here in the summer. You get a lot of daytime drinkers with the ghetto blasters kind of thing. So you end up with a lot of these kind of scenarios. A lot of broken glass there, champagne thingy, a lot of unburnt wood. I can see there's another one down there. There's a tree there that someone tried to burn the tree. Another one right here. I can see there's another one down there. But look, that doesn't concern me. I've flat soft ground to sleep on tonight, and that's it. I'm going to show my stove in a little while because it is a little piece of magic. So when I've that ready to assemble, I will turn this back on. Okay, so this here is the stove that goes in my tent. What time are we? Oh wow, about another hour of light left. So gotta get cracking. So this is a stove. I'm not going to assemble it bit by bit like this because it'll take a long time. You see, this is the front, this is the top, I've got the sides, the back, yada yada, and I've got a chimney. The chimney comes like that. It's called a Wild West titanium folding stove, or a titanium backpacking stove, something like that. I'll put a link below. It's made by Luxe, and I've used their stuff before. I've got a Luxe tent, I've got this thing. Have I 2 Luxe tents? So pretty good. They have to ship from the US, which shipping costs and customs and all that costs a bit. So I'm going to assemble it here now. I'm just going to get on with it. Boom. It looks like that. There's my stove jack. I haven't got the bedroom laid out yet because I can get a chance, but there's the stove. You see the chimney, and it's starting to rain, so I'm just going to pop back in here. Whoa! Whew! I want to get this fitted on here. Alright, let's put the camera down. It's on there now nicely. It's on nicely. And you can see this stove jack here is heat proof, heat resistant. From the outside it looks like that. I just need to tie this up, which I'll do once I put the camera away. Might just move it slightly to this side. And there it goes. There's my lovely stove. There's my tent set up there. Got the river over there like I've shown a while ago. And I put a tarp over here because it kept raining. And I put it quite a bit away. So I have a tarp here. Very simple. Just adjust that there. Couple of poles, tarp. That needs to stretch out a bit more actually out that way. I'll fix that in a sec. So I've just got these front lines here fixed to the tree. Same on that side with what do you call that? Slip knots. Oh, by the way, the reason I have this tarp so far away from my tent is I want to be able to sit out and have a fire. I hate seeing fires next to tents. I don't know how or why people do it, because the sparks and everything, there's all sorts come flying out of a fire, and you invest so much money in tents. Why would you risk them getting a hole in them? So you'll see in a couple of videos that I have, when I do have a fire, it's quite a ways away from a tent. I don't know what best practice is around that. I just know that that's my preference, is I like to have my tent and my fire well away from each other. It's getting cold already now. I'm just on the search for wood for my camp. Wood for wood for an open fire and wood for my stove. Look at this. Do you know what? I'm not going to show you. Because if I start showing, I'll be showing all day. Just loads of litter. The leave no trace policy. Oh, look, we just do what we can, don't we? Burned a lot of calories there, no harvesting that. Managed to get, I'll have enough for the night anyway. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bits. All dead. All dead, or already lying on the ground. So nothing live. Won't burn anyway if it is live. But I wouldn't cut it down if it was live. So now I just have to throw these down the hill. I just have to fire them down the hill, walk them up that road and into my camp, and we'll have firewood for the night. And it's time to get on the bug spray because they're starting to nip. Takes so long to set up this camp. Takes very long. It's a labour of love. Tarp set up, everything's brought down now that I need. So I'm gonna get the rest of this wood over here now, get the rest of it processed and light a fire. That's the next thing I'm gonna see. I'm gonna go down and talk to my neighbours and see what their story is, see if they're camping as well, see if they're sound. Hopefully they are. We'll have a little chat and I'm gonna turn it on when I have the camera going, and then I'm gonna get dinner going. It's steak. It's always steak. When you burn so many calories on a hill walk, it has to be steak. And it has to be ribeye steak. Don't come at me with that other stuff, man. Ribeye steak or get out of here, yeah? Right, well, I processed enough wood to get the fire going. And as you can see, it's gone very dark now. I'm in between two mountains and then with the trees as well. Even though it's still a tiny bit of brightness in the sky. Very, very dark here in this woods. So there we have it. I've laid these ones across the top. I've got a nice bit of a burn going here. All these are getting a nice bit of heat and flame. And in a short while it'll start to settle down. All these will be burned in half and then I can cross them over again. The reason for doing that is because it's raining again. You maybe hear it falling on the tarp. Just going to turn my light to the... I got this headlight on, you see, and I don't want it... So I'm under my tarp, I've got my chair. I've got everything going on. Really relaxing evening now I have. Just have to get my dinner going. Just going to chill out here for a good while before I hit the food. Because a lot of strenuous activity with that hike. Oh my god, that fire now is starting to catch onto those bits of wood. I'm so happy. Strenuous hike, really enjoyable hike. And then strenuous getting all the wood together, getting everything set up. So I'm just going to chill for a bit. We got some spuds for dinner. Spuds for dinner. But look at this. This is the king of all things. I popped it on just to show how it glows back there. Look at that. Maybe I'll put my spuds back there. Have a look at this. Them spuds are going to be done in no time. Bit of oil in the old pan there. There we go. Alright, spuds. Look at this. I've opened the old door there because I've learned from previous stove exploits that oh, that feels so good. That feels so good. Previous stove exploits that it's once it gets to a certain temperature and the wood is really, look at how red that all is. So you can open the door and there's no smoke. It's all just it's so hot, everything's going up the chimney. Up the flue. Look at that. Nice hot frying pan. This is how I cook a steak, alright? As accompaniments, I'm having fried potatoes and fried onions. Look at that, all ready to go. So we're gonna put a bit of salt on it first. Have to have salt, and I ground that black pepper from peppercorns before I left home. Plenty of that. Give that no massage in. Now, if you don't mind my hands, I do have some wipes there. I'm going to wipe my hands and not be a total gross balls. Then the oil. We got some oil. And that's it. Slap that on. Now. In the meantime, give my hands a wipe. A bit of oil on the top of that. Gonna give that a rub. And I love a ribeye steak. Right, not gonna touch it. Ooh, she's sticking. Okay, I think we're ready. Got my plate, got my steak. Oh, it's moving better. Moving. See, it moves because it caramelizes. The first time it stuck, didn't it? No, that doesn't look great. I'm not happy with how that steak looks. But sure, come here. Alright. Much happier if that kind of was very charred on the outside. Maybe should have cooked it on the open fire. Beggars cannot be choosers. I'm in a tent. I'm in a tent. I'm cooking on the stove. So forgive me, Gordon Ramsay. Yeah. Tell me you can't smell that. Beautiful spuds, fried onions. Starting to rain now again. Better put that pan over there, starting to. Woohoo! Right, good night and God bless. I'm going to eat this. Beautiful. I've just lit another fire there. You can see it. On somebody's old fire pit with this massive log that I was complaining about last night. Look at that thing. How did I think that was going to burn? So I just picked up the last few bits of my wood and a few bits that were lying around. Got a fire going. Got my chair. Hey, a piece just fell out. Got my table and I've got a lovely cappuccino there. Yep. Gonna have a bowl of cereal in a short while. But I just wanted to show my lovely tent set up. Here we go. There's my stovine. That's that magic carpet. And there's my bed. So the bed is got my Z Fold Thermarest Z Light. This thing folds up, so it's a great little kneeling pad, but it's a fantastic little mat with the reflective bit. Then this I don't even know the name of this one of these cheap little mats, but it's just so portable. What is it called? There you go. Antor. About 20 puffs and that's up. And I have my usual down sleeping bag. Terra hiker sleeping bag. Beautiful night's sleep, I have to say. Way up. When I'm at home I usually get up around 6. I slept on there till 8. Maybe it was just all the exertions of yesterday with all the hiking and setting up the camp. So today now I'm going to pack everything up, leave the campsite as clean as I possibly can, considering it's, in my view, a bit of a mess when I got here with all the half burnt bits of wood and fire pits everywhere. But that's what you're when you have an amenity like this close to a big city like Dublin, you're going to get that. Leave no trace, buddy. Don't even know what that is. That wasn't mine. Right, that's where my tent was. It's impossible to leave no trace here because, just for example, it's a piece of a sweet wrapper. There's glass all over this thing. It looks like a baby wipe. Corks of beer bottles, wine bottles. Lots of glass. More baby wipes, which aren't they're not biodegradable, those baby wipes. They take a long time to go, don't they? Got the top of a tin there. I could complain about it for a long time, but there's plenty of places in the country that aren't left like this. I just think this is so close. I've said it a few times there. There's lots of parts of the country that aren't like this, that people leave them in really good conditions. But when you're going to get the huge amount of people that come here in the summer, and maybe sometimes in the spring and winter, who knows, but you get a huge numbers of people coming out here. There's over 1 million people live in Dublin, and you'll be into the Wicklow Mountains in a short hop. But look, for my part, that's all I have to take to the car now. I have a bag, my mat, bag of rubbish, bag of recycling. There we go. I've left my place spotless for what I did anyway. Alright, so next thing is to go to my mountain that I can think of the name of. Croaghanmoira. What the hell? It's just a clunky kind of name, Croaghanmoira, and I don't even know if I'm saying that right. See you at the mountain. Croaghanmoira. So I've left the old armoured car behind me there, just leaving them on, and I'm heading uphill. Oh, my hiking poles. Because I'm old as dirt, I've got bad knee, and I have to wear knee support, and I need my hiking poles because they take a lot of the strain. So you can see this first hill here, and then in behind sticking out is the one I'm going to, Croaghanmoira, or Croaghanmoira. It's like spelled like Croaghanmoira, so Croaghanmoira. Christ on a bike. Alright, same story. Anything strange or exciting or interesting, I'll turn the camera on, show you the track, show you my progress, and hopefully it's a quick skip to the top. Alright, easy peasy lemon squeezy. So I come up this route, very clear from the car. There's even a sign, there's a large sign with a map, even kind of describing to you where you're going to go up Croaghanmoira. Path is super clear, no bother. The only thing that'll be a problem is your fitness if you don't have an A, but if you do have some, you'll be fine. So I passed on that hill that was on the left hand side as I moved away from the car, and as I said, I've come up there, very clear path, and I turned on the camera because I can see that the path gets even clearer. And how easy is this? Now, how easy a path is that to follow to then go up there? They might have tarmacked this to make it a bit easier, but other than that, that's as good as it gets. That is as good as it gets. Alright, I'm at this crossroads. I am alone at the crossroads. Shout out to my niece, the Bunk, a great little singer of that song, Crossroads. I'm alone at the crossroads. I'm not even going to attempt that. Wow, beautiful day compared to yesterday. But I've had a lovely Easter weekend with the walk I did up Knock Owen. I kept calling that Knock Shane through the whole walk. Up Knock Owen. Then yesterday I did the Blackstairs Mountain, and today Croaghanmoira. Wow, and a lovely wild camp in the middle. So that's cracking. I'm going to just push on up this steep path. Might turn it on once more before the top, just briefly. Gucci. Aye. Here we go. What does it do up here? Here we go. Croaghanmoira in the Wicklow Mountains. You beauty. Okay, this rounds off a lovely trip for me. Gonna head straight back down because it's just so windy. No need to hang on here. Well, I'm gonna take a picture maybe. So that was the top of that mountain. I usually shout my head off on top of these things because there was people there I couldn't. So I just wanted to sign off properly. Instagram and Facebook is Dinny Outdoors. My email is dinnyallday@gmail.com. Have a look at some more of my videos. I usually do guides to the 100 highest mountains, kind of guides, as I see them anyway. Making it up as I go along mostly. And camping stuff. For any questions about any equipment or any of the hikes or just anything in general, football, my love life, anything like that, I'll answer all questions. Peace out everybody, and this time it's done. I am not turning this thing back on anymore. Love.